Hello everyone, today I am filming my TBR for the BookTubeathon, which starts on Monday. I am very excited to participate in the BookTubeathon this year. I have my list all set out and I am just waiting for it to be midnight on Monday. The BookTubeathon is being hosted mostly by Ariel Bissett of Ariel Bissett, and she put forth some challenges that you are supposed to do for the BookTubeathon. I have picked out a book for each of these challenges, and I'm going to go through them with you so that you know what my TBR is for this BookTubeathon. The first challenge is to read a book with pictures. For this book, I chose Guilty Pleasures by Laurel K. Hamilton, the graphic novel version. I have not actually read this copy of it. I've gotten halfway through it and put it down because it followed the written book so well that I just hadn't finished reading it. I plan on doing that. The second challenge on the list is to start and finish a series. The series that I have picked out is Matthias Thulmann's Witch Hunter trilogy. It has Witch Hunter, Witch Finder, and Witch Killer. It is in the Warhammer series, which is not a series that I have read in. As you can see behind me, I have Forgotten Realms, and on the shelf above, I actually have Dragonlance as well. So it's probably time that I should get into this series. Challenge number 3 is to read a book with red on the cover. I picked Jonathan Stroud's The Screaming Staircase. I just got done rereading the first book in the Bartimaeus trilogy by Jonathan Stroud and figured that this was a great opportunity to pick up this other book written by him. It does have some red on the cover and it has the red words on the spine, which is not a lot of red, but when you take off the dust jacket, the cover is entirely red. Challenge number 4 is actually a book that I am doubling up on, because challenge number 4 is to read a book that someone else picked out for you. I, of course, asked Lee to pick out a book for me, and he picked out Witch Hunter by Cia L. Warner, which is only the first book in this trilogy. I'm reading a whole trilogy that someone picked out for me, so long as I like the first book. I do have a backup plan if this book series that I have never read before I don't like, and I will tell you about that later. Book number 5 is to read a book from the genre you have least read this year. I looked over my list and I found that it was extremely lacking, in that I had read none, in science fiction. To correct this, I picked up one of Lee's science fiction books off the shelf, Steelheart by Brandon Sanderson. I am currently reading The Way of Kings by Brandon Sanderson. I'm enjoying it fairly well, and so I will see how he does in science fiction. The 6th challenge on the list of challenges for the BookTubeathon is to read a book with a book-to-movie adaptation. I chose The Hobbit by J.R.R. Tolkien. I got this copy of the book as a Christmas present. It is one that I picked out. I saw it on the shelf and I wanted this particular copy. I tried when I was in high school to read The Lord of the Rings and I just couldn't do it. I tried to watch the movies around the same time and I just couldn't do that. I have seen and loved the movies of The Hobbit though, so I'm going to give it a try. And I find that I'm actually kind of looking forward to reading this book. The last challenge on the list is to read 7 books. 1 here, 2, 3, and 4, because it's a series. The Screaming Staircase makes 5, Steelheart makes 6, and The Hobbit actually makes 7. Now, because the Witch Hunter trilogy is not something I've read and it's completely new to me and was picked out by someone else, I have a backup plan. Now, I have to walk to and from work, and that's about an hour, during which I'm just doing walking. I have taken to listening to audiobooks while I make that walk. The book that I have on my phone right now to listen to during the week of BookTubeathon is one that I own, Sabril by Garth Nix. I have read and fairly well loved this series I really need to buy a new box set. I have really loved the series, so I know that in the event that I don't like what has been picked out for me once I try reading it, I have something else to fall back on. And if nothing else, I have an 8th book to put on the list of what I'm reading. So there you have it. I will also be trying to do the daily updates because Ariel has put challenges on each of those videos. I will link her video explaining everything down below, and I am really, really looking forward to the BookTube-a-Thon. So here you go. This is my TBR for the week of BookTube-a-Thon. And yes, it seems like I will be reading a lot during this week. I think that I can actually do, if not all, most of this list. I really think I can do this in a week. We'll see how it goes. I will see you next time for the BookTube-a-Thon. Bye!